Another one of my nacho creations. This one I call it chili con nachos because it has chili con carne in there, and it's fantastic. Now, I've been making nachos for a long time, and that was probably the main reason that I ordered this from America because I couldn't get this size here. It cost me a lot to get this Le Creuset dish over here, but I'll tell you, when I make nachos, or any casserole or something like that too, it's well worth it. And this nachos here, well, this is just fantastic. There's layers. There's your cheese. You've got your nacho salads in there. And then you hit the layer at the bottom where there's the chili con carne. So you get all these different things as you go down. Oh, look there. There's some chili con carne right there. Some cheese. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's fantastic. Another delicious nacho dish to have in your repertoire. So let's go in the kitchen and make some of this right now. To make the chili con nachos, we don't need many ingredients. Of course, you have to have some tortilla chips. I've got 2 bags of tortilla chips. Put them off to one side right now. So two bags of tortilla chips. Either you can use, I usually use a regular salsa, but lately I've been able to get a hold of this nacho salsa, which is just a little different, but really it doesn't make any difference as to which one you use. Use 1 jar full, which is about 1.5 cups of salsa. All right. Then we have here 12 ounces or 340 grams of cheddar cheese grated, 6 ounces or 170 grams of some kind of ground meat. In this case, I'm using a mixture of pork and beef, but you could use just beef, you could use just pork. Half an onion, which has been finely chopped. 1 tablespoon of olive oil, which is going to go into this frying pan right now, into the large frying pan. And then to go into the meat here, we have 2 tablespoons of chili powder, a half a teaspoon of pepper, and a half teaspoon of salt. But first, let's get those onions going. So I'm going to bring that up to medium heat. As soon as that olive oil heats up, in goes the onions. So just spread that around a bit. Looking pretty good. In go the onions. I'm going to cook those onions, stirring occasionally, for about 5 minutes. I just want to soften them up a little bit. In the meantime, let's get this meat ready. So what we've got here, we put in the chili powder, the pepper, the salt, and then I'm just going to work that in a bit. Now we're not making patties or anything here. What I want to do is I want to fry this up in the frying pan and just have it be loose little pieces of hamburger. So we're not adding any egg or anything like that, any kind of binder. This time it's just the meat and the seasonings. Okay, that's ready to go. So, come back in 5 minutes when those onions are ready and we'll add in the meat. See you then. All right, that's been cooking for about 5 minutes. So now I'm going to add in the ground meat with the seasonings. And what I want to do now is for like about the next 10-12 minutes, all I want to do is I want to cook this and continually be chopping. Well, not continually, but occasionally, quite often be chopping this so that I end up with loose, like instead of big clumps of hamburger, I want it all to be basically loose so it spreads throughout the nachos afterwards. So just kind of go around like this, chop it up a little bit. That is going to be good. All right, so probably about 10 minutes it'll be brown enough. Let's check on it then. All right, that's been cooking for 10 minutes and look at that, it's just beautiful. I've chopped it all up and so it's all broken up, good and loose. All right, let's took the heat off. And what I do is get on a base layer of these nacho chips, or tortilla chips, or whatever you want to call them. So I get, whoa, not the whole bag, because I'm going to do about 3 layers. So get that in like that. These are always fun because they're all curly. I try to get them down so I get a nice even layer here. A few more there. So I want a base here to hold all our meat. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take this meat, I'm just going to kind of spread it across, just sprinkle it all over the place. That looks like a pretty even distribution. Now, what I'm going to do here is just put a little bit of the cheese in here. About a third of the cheese is going to go in across the meat here. It's going to bind everything together nicely. Boy, is that going to be nice when that comes out of the oven. Speaking of the oven is over there. It's preheating, 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. Now we're going to do another layer of chips. That looks pretty good right there. Okay, now the salsa sauce. Alright, so I got a little bit left in there, which I always use later for dipping leftover chips in or open up another bag of chips. Alright, so one more layer of chips. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I've got a small handful of chips left in there, which I'm going to use with that leftover nacho sauce over there. Now the cheese. Now this is where I go heavy. The other 2/3 of cheese just goes all across the top here. So it's going to melt down in there and be just delicious. That oven is ready to go. 375 degrees Fahrenheit, 190 degrees Celsius. Going to put this in there for 20 minutes. It's going to melt down there into a goodness of chili con nachos. All right, I'll see you shortly when these come out of the oven. All right, 20 minutes in the oven. We have beautiful nachos. Got that cheddar cheese is melted on there, brown a bit. So let's see. It's going to be a little deadly to go down in here, but let's try it anyways. Oh yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that. So top layers, you're going to get like the cheese and the nachos, salads, and then you're going to get down in there and you get the pieces of chili hamburgers. I call it chili con carne. Oh, that's going to be hot. Let's see. Oh, very good. All right. Okay, enjoy. Make yourself a big batch of chili con nachos. Now, if you go to the link appearing on the screen and also clickable in this video's description, you can download and print out this recipe from the Snack and Appetizers Recipes booklet on Kuma's Kitchen's Patreon page. Just click the featured tag called Recipes. Now, go print out that recipe and enjoy making some delicious chili con nachos. And make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.